I'm Kyla Waters, and I'm the elementary principal at Norburn Elementary. And at a small school, the elementary principal takes on a lot of different hats. And one of the hats that I take on is the curriculum director. So when I saw in the list that this was one of the opportunities to do a video on, I thought, well, that's me. So anyway, also with me today is going to be Becky Lindley, and she is a part of the PLC leadership team, and she's a second grade teacher. And also in a small school, we are all in charge of the curriculum. So we all work together. I don't just take on the curriculum and make all the decisions. I pretty much help them make sure that I can get them all the resources, and I try to do some of the legwork for them. So because they don't have time in the classroom, I try to balance out and help them with that. So today, she's just going to basically help foster some of the things that I'm going to talk about. This year, we have three main priorities, and one of them is one, we're going to take on priority standards, and we are wanting to make for sure that those are vertically aligned K through 5, because our elementary is mainly preschool, Miss Amy, which is our video person, and with kindergarten through 5th grade. And also, the second thing is we're going to be talking about our RTI, Response to Intervention, which at our school we call it Pirate Pack. And it's a 30-minute session that we do at our school, and we try to focus on all the learning needs in our elementary. The third thing is, which is a DESE mandate this year, is that we are focusing on the dyslexia screening, and we are trying to call it at-risk reading instead of just dyslexia, because really we want to focus on all our at-risk readers. And so to do that, we are trying to funnel all that into one thing and focus on it in our RTI time, which is Pirate Pack. Instead of it being three separate things, we're trying to funnel it down in one. So we work smarter, not necessarily harder. So the one thing I'm going to have Becky help me with is today, during our professional development time, we worked on our Pirate Pack. And our focus on Pirate Pack is going to be all our at-risk readers. And we're going to focus on a priority standard, which is our 3 big A, little a. And what we found is our students are struggling with decoding skills, which in return, that they're struggling with word attack skills, which follow into reading skills, which eventually falls into their comprehension skills. So right now, what you're going to see is the steps that we are going to take to put all our kids into this matrix spreadsheet, and it is not easy. It is a big, tricky thing to put all these people in, and this took us minutes, maybe even hours, to try to put together today amongst all our elementary. So she's going to help me make it make sense, and then we're going to push it out to all our elementary teachers so they know when they come back on Tuesday after Labor Day weekend that they have everybody accounted for in their classroom. So if Miss Amy, if you want to bring that video over and watch us plug in all of these kids. So you lead the way and you tell me what I need to do.
Okay, for Monday, we are going to have Dear Time, that is drop everything and read, for every grade. Okay.
I'm just going to plug in that priority standard that we also are wanting to focus on. Okay.
Okay, and then we have Jana Locke, who is going to be working with second graders.
Let me focus on marking that cell. Okay.
And she will be working with the high group.
Which, when we talk about our high group, we're talking about really our enrichment kids. Because we're really trying, when we first started Pirate Pack, we had fun games and we had all this fun stuff. Well, then we realized, wait a minute, they're not learning, when really we want to take our enrichment kids even higher. So.
Okay, and then we have Miss Murphy with 3rd grade, and she is also with enrichment. Okay, and then we have Mrs. Matthews, and we have 2 students with her. Chelsea and Sarah.
Okay.
And Miss Cheney has 5th grade.
Okay.
Ready? And then Coach Minning is going to be work with our social group.
And that's a group that we usually try to balance with our PBS program. So if we feel like there's some students who might be struggling with social behaviors or the PBS expectations, sometimes we have those kids go work with Coach Minning so he can work on those skills. Because what we found out, a lot of these kids struggle when they go to their specials because they're out of their routine. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then we have Mrs. Cruzy.
Okay.
With Blaine.
Okay.
And then we have Mrs. Simmons, who is going to take 1st grade. And that is 1st grade enrichment.
Have we
Okay.
Yeah. With Mrs. White, what did we decide?
Okay, we decided 2nd grade with Mrs. White.
Right.
2nd grade, and that's our average kiddos.
Okay.
And then, okay, now we'll move on down here to the, okay, did you want to add, it was.
Yeah, I think I will.
Nurse Kaylee
Oh, yes.
for our 4th grade.
Another thing I have to say is that in our RTI time, we have really focused on the all hands on deck. We want to make for sure everybody has a hand in our learning in here. So even Nurse Kaylee, even our janitor, Miss Nikki, will help us with our kids. We feel like that makes great relationships for all our staff members, and plus they really like being involved. So, plus we have a really great nurse this year.
Okay, so that would be 4th grade. And then we have our high school students that come down and help.
This year, we are K through 12 Pirate Pack based, and the high school also has a Pirate Pack RTI time too. And they sign up for different kind of enrichment activities. And one of the enrichment activities we had this year were 7 kids who could come down and help our little kids, and they are excited.
Okay, so we have Mackenzie with 1st grade.
Okay.
We have Tori with Dakota, Zach, and Kristen. Lexi is with kindergartners. We have Kennedy with 3rd grade.
Well, I think we've decided that I think we're going to put Kennedy up here. Yeah.
Okay.
Because this group started to get pretty big.
Okay.
Okay, so then I think we're going to do something different maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
So do we need to add Kennedy Heil there?
Yeah, we do, because I think
Okay.
did we decide she was going to go to preschool, Miss Amy?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and then we have Jaden with you.
Now Jaden is one of our special needs students, and actually he signed up to come down, and so he's gonna help me with some of the projects that I have in the elementary that I don't have time to get done and a student would love to help me with. And one of them is a bulletin board that we do in the cafeteria that gets super neglected, but he loves to work on it, so he's gonna come down and help me with that.
Then we have Katie with Skylar, Braden, Talon, and Avie.
Okay.
And Melody with Connor.
All right, great.
Okay. Did you need
I need
this
to add,
information?
I don't think so, because
Okay.
those students, and I think this is gonna be, did we have somebody for these kids? Mrs. White,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Well, this is kind of what we do, and this took it took a lot of time today, and it's always really frustrating. But however, once we get all the adults accounted for students, well, more of if we get the kids accounted for with adults, then we have everybody in place, and it really works out. Now, next week is going to be an organized chaos. Everybody will want to be pulling out their hair, but that is really normal the first week of our Pirate Pack time. And then once we get going, it really goes off with a hitch. Now, we're trying to keep this in about an 8-week session, and we're hoping to do some little, I call them little testing cycles in there to see if our testing is actually, our classes are actually testing with our data. But the one thing we really want to see is if these kids are eventually growing with our at-risk reading screening, which dyslexia. So that's mainly what we're going to head to. So with those 3 standards, that's what we are focusing our whole curriculum about on this year, is trying to see that our kids are moving up with their reading levels. So once again, I'm Kyla Waters, elementary principal and curriculum director, along with Becky Lindley, the PLC leadership team member, and thank you so much.